Rachel Scott, and I met Christopher Scott almost 40 years ago this year. And I'm the mother of 8 children: Sean, Ashley, Heather, Courtney, Judah, Destiny, Haven, and Leviticus. They range in ages from 12 to 34.
My mom
Before Christopher's first stroke, the family was happy, healthy, normal, like any other family would be.
Life was great with our dad. He was a fun, supportive dad. He worked hard to just provide for his family, and he was at work a lot, but then he was also at home a lot and spent time with us, did donuts with Dad, took us out to get donuts on Saturday.
My dad was a very sweet person. He was very caring. He was the kind of person who every single day I went to school, he always grilled chicken and had food for us, and his favorite thing was to make lunch for us. He was the kind of guy who would give you the shirt off his back.
Growing up, we had such a strong foundation of the Lord and just understanding who we were, but also whose we were. And I think my parents did such a great job at just surrounding us with a mom who loved the Lord, a dad who loved the Lord, teaching us just how to obey, and also just teaching us how to tithe our money. That was something that was really important to my parents, and making sure that finances were always in place.
We were a great team. He did his thing, I did my thing. His was to work a corporate job in the field of construction. He was an executive. He built projects such as huge malls and stadiums and arenas and airports, and he was in charge of huge projects. And my job was to be stay-at-home mom and to homeschool and pay the bills and run the errands and keep food on the table and basically be a very supportive wife. And I enjoyed that role very much.
On February 22nd, 2010, we all lost a piece of our dad.
A lot shifted and changed in our family. Our dad was still with us. Thank God that we didn't lose him. But just losing a chunk of your brain really affects how you do life after that, if you even survive after that. So it affected all of us in different areas because we're all in different stages of life after.
I want to say it was July 24th. I received a phone call from my mom saying that my dad had had his second stroke.
Thursday, I had received a phone call from Heather, and she was like, Dad had another stroke. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, thinking it was a joke. But she's like, no, Dad had another stroke, but it's okay, he's gonna be okay. I remember we weren't allowed to go visit him. It was only like 2 or 3 people at a time. But when I walked in there, he was like all connected to tubes and hooked up. He woke up from a coma saying,
it kind of took the dad that we used to remember and remembered he was always nice to us. It just took him away and made it seem like we didn't have a dad anymore, because we had a dad, but he wasn't able to provide for the family, and he wasn't able to care for us or live at home with us or do anything a normal dad could do.
But you know, that's the reality is you know, our dad was left paralyzed and no longer able to provide.
And it turned my world upside down.
I had to take the biggest role in stepping up and being the man of the house, because after the second stroke, I was the only one left to deal with everything. So I had to help with him, taking care of him, getting everyone else out of the house, and getting everybody ready for the day. You know, now we have to go get him from his nursing home. I got to go drive him, load his wheelchair into the car, pick him up, load him into the car.
I can't do those everyday things that we miss with our dad so much. So it's definitely hard going to see him going through all this, since we love him so much and care about him.
My dad, before his second stroke, he took me around with my nephew Boaz to all these places, and I lost that. I mean, I don't have a dad, and I'm growing up. Like, everyone has their dad, and I don't. It was always sad. Since I didn't have a dad to raise me, my brother kind of put me under his shoulder and raised me. No, he didn't raise me, it's just he showed me what it's like to be a boy, and I never had a dad to do that. It's just been hard.
It still seems so fresh and so new, even though it's been a few years now, that he's been that way. And I mean, it's just sad. It's hard. It's tough. And
Just learning that sometimes it's not about what we see right here in this moment, but it's about where God is going to take us and the testimony that's going to come out of what we see as a mess. And God said when you don't know what to say, you're going to pray and you're going to read the Bible. And so I just started reading and just studying the Bible with my dad, and it just changed my whole perspective, because it wasn't even about the things that I had missed, but it was just cherishing the time that I got now.
One of the main thing that we need, because we're making this video, is that we need your prayers. We need you guys to pray, because we truly believe that our dad will be healed.
We also need a car so that we're able to transport my dad, something that is wheelchair accessible, at least for now. He is stuck in a nursing home, and we all take turns seeing him once a week, and every Sunday my mom brings him home for lunch, but it's very hard because we don't have a car we can transport him in.
The van we have now is on its last leg, and it's not going to last very much longer. And so we really need a nice van that's stable, that we could take my dad in and out of places.
More support from the community and everyone else around us.
Everyone else is out there living their lives, and here we are living ours too, but we're stuck in this situation that none of us put ourselves into.
We are a huge family. There's a lot of us, but we all received love differently. And so I just encourage you, if you can hug, if you can send notes of encouragement. If you want to visit our dad, he loves visitors. He sits in a facility every single day waiting for somebody to come so he can pray with you. I promise you, you won't regret it.
Losing the father of our home has been devastating for our family, but we are trying so hard to move on in as many ways as possible. We really want to get on our feet. If there is any way that you could help, we would greatly appreciate it.
We're not looking for a handout. We are not looking for someone to just give us stuff. I am a hard worker. My kids are all hard workers. We're looking for a hand up. We're looking for someone to make a connection for us, make an introduction, someone to help me pull it all together, because I know it's possible. And that's what I'm trusting God for, to see that happen.
Thank you so much for watching our video.